What do you do if you're genuinely not good at anything? Based on this post, you write very well. Like, definitely way better than average. Whatever else you've struggled with in your life, and whatever other challenges you face, you have, maybe accidentally, become a talented writer. Your spelling and grammar is pretty much perfect, and you told your story in a way that flows well and is easy to understand. I don't know if anyone has ever told you this before, but seriously, your writing is that good. I would rather read 100 posts like this than read most of the random articles I see online or in the newspaper. So, lean into that. Start a newsletter on Substack or a WordPress blog writing about something that interests you. Or see if you can get a job writing for a local newspaper or a magazine you like. Or, write fictional stories if you enjoy that. Novels, short stories, poetry, anything. If you think you're last in everything, you haven't seen enough of the world. Look into organizations you can volunteer at, like soup kitchens or homeless shelters. You will quickly see that you don't have to be the best at anything to be able to make a meaningful contribution to those who have it worse off than you do. You say you don't have intelligence, but you are writing this whole thing so succinctly and with beautiful language and grammar. Reminds me of https://m.youtube.com/watch v=ktdfscczpi. Become a writer. Friend. Find something you enjoy doing and do it anyway. You don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. It's a myth that we all have to be the best at things. Lead actors need supporting actors. Master carpenters need helpers also. What you want is to feel like you can contribute. And the worker bees who keep society running without any great fanfare are exactly the people who kept the world turning through the pandemic. Bat boys, girls play an important role in keeping baseball moving. The folks who collect garbage would be missed if they weren't there. Receptionists are the first person most people meet at a business. My point is, everyone is important, even if you're not the best. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, you don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. Know that often we compare our experiences to the highlights of others. We don't see the time, effort, and practice that goes into what they've learned. I have difficulty with memory, for example, so I've learned to adapt. I found I learn better through repetition. What I can't repeat I write down, so I have a tactile memory of what I wanted to remember as well as a physical reference. Find excuses to succeed. You will have limitations, but we adapt. Find what you can do. I play games and I'm not fast or agile and my reaction time is slow. So I find different ways to play. Instead of fighting someone directly, you can hide and ambush. Flee and regroup to prepare for another strike. Make use of delayed weapons or automated turrets. Focus on resource gathering to support allies who do excel at direct combat. I have bad knees and I can't run, but I can walk. There are lots of things that one can do with their life. Jobs as well as hobbies and volunteer positions. That involves simple tasks. Cleaning, prep cooking, etc. Lots of people who work in places like nursing homes or as medical aides aren't necessarily brilliant or the best at anything, but they do important work. The most important thing you can be is kind. So find a role in which you can manage the basic tasks. And then focus on being kind to people. Your writing skills have already been talked about it a lot, so I won't talk about that. But I'll talk about games, which I could say is my area of expertise. You said you've tried video games but haven't enjoyed them due to constantly losing due to, I assume, from what else you've said, to be slow problem solving or taking a long time to respond to things. Could you further explain what difficulties you had with games and what games you played? With more information, I or another person may be able to find a game or a genre that suits you and difficulties. For example, FPS games or RTS games don't sound like a good fit as they require you to think abstractly and quickly and respond to problems when they come up. So maybe something more creative could work, like Minecraft. If you like the idea of action games, you could try turn-based RPGs like Warhammer Mechanicus, which, while does need some amount of abstract thinking, you can take as long you want with the problems you are facing. Alright, so a few things. Firstly, you seem very astute at writing and seem to be able to coherently think. That's 99% of the way there for most office jobs. Investment banking, for example, does not require more than 9th grade math or Excel skills, and that's among the more elite office jobs. As long as you put in the effort, you seem fine for the majority of office jobs. Maybe you don't excel at jobs where you have to interact with people a lot. So something geared towards less client-facing roles might be something for you. I would suggest you work hard on making yourself seem marketable and getting to know people, i.e., networking. You definitely have a shot. Many colleges' programs make adjustments for you if you have a learning disability, more exam time, etc. You'll still be able to have an education if you want to. Even if it might not be the best college, but there's places you can go. And I am not sure how severe your learning difficulties are, but there are lots of opportunities even if you can't think on the spot, or need a bit longer. It's all good. You just need to work around it. Edit. Oh, and just my 2C, but of the people I've known for a long time, the ones who were most talented were not the ones that necessarily made it furthest. It was the ones that just kept working and moving forward bit by bit, even though they didn't naturally excel. You don't have to be super talented or the best naturally to get far. You do you, and just try to keep moving forward. Honestly, and I'm not being cutesy or motivational here, you having the wherewithal to both know and want to ask this question makes me think you're less challenged than you believe. I'm not denying your experience. I'm sure you do experience some neurodivergent challenges. Keep it at mate. Not everyone has the courage or thought to question. Others have said it, and I'll reiterate it. You write well. Lean into that. I have friends who don't think as fast as I do and are brilliant in their conclusions. I have friends who think fast and are scattershot in their conclusions. Don't sell yourself short for being slower at something. I teach people for a living, and your fastest learners are often not your best learners. For what it's worth, you express yourself in writing far more intelligently than your self-assessment would suggest. Manage people who are good at things. Try writing, my man. You do that quite well. You can find enjoyment in tons of things without actually having to be good at them. This might not help you, but I think it's good to be average in many skills rather than excellent in just one skill. So, try many skills again. Try getting into art or music or sports again, and embrace the averageness. You have lots of good advice, but I'm going to say that you don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. If you like to draw. Don't worry about it not looking like someone else's expectations. Just have fun with it. Same with other things like dance or running. Who cares if you are slow? Lots of things can be done just for the fun of it without competition or having to prove anything to anybody. You should be a writer because you're really good at that. You're an immersive and compelling writer. The quality of your prose is legitimately high caliber. Definitely get into penmanship as a craft. Write short stories. Write memoirs. Write a blog. Write opinion pieces. You sell yourself entirely too short.
If you enjoyed this video, Please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.